Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We've got new releases to check out today, and this one is a big one. 17 are back with a mini album and a title track and MV to check out. This is 17 Super, or in Korean title, Sonugong. Now, 17 have really skyrocketed up my kind of like bias list in terms of boy groups in the last few years. I found them, what was it, Pretty You way back when that dropped. Pretty You, what a good time. I will do anything to be able to listen to that song for the first time again. Like, Pretty You, 울고 싶지 않아. Yeah, those are like my first two songs of 17. I just absolutely fell in love with them ever since. Admittedly, it took me a very long time to try and learn everyone's names, but, you know, there's 13 members. That's a lot of people in one group. But they are back. Last year was a tremendous year for them. I enjoyed all their releases last year, even their Japanese stuff. And now we get the newest and latest release. Of course, we checked out Busok Soon this year as well. Now we get all 13. So we're going to check out the MV now. We're going to do the album listen down the road, which for me it will be like 30 minutes after I'm done watching this. For you, it'll probably be like 2 minutes. So if you're looking forward to that, keep your eyes peeled. But let's check out the MV. Here we go. 17's MVs are always good fun to watch. Lots of intense choreo, lots of VFX, and lots of pretty colors with pretty people on them. So here we go. English captions are on, 4K is on, so let's full send it. Here we go. If this is your first time on the channel, I don't listen to spoilers, so I don't know what this is going to sound like. Oh. Pretty hard start to the song. Gentlemen, put your arms away, sir. This is not a gun show. You need permits for those. This is a high intensity song. Okay, hold up. Oh! 17 went with an anti-drop. Never mind. Wow, this song is, once it gets going, it keeps going. Also, this has been a performance video so far, which I think is really cool. Oh, draw out that re-entry into the chorus, okay. Shout out the background dancers from these scenes, man. There are so many of them. Keep up the intensity for the bridge, okay. I love this halftime breakdown. Oh. To bring back the high energy intensity. Also, I will never not smile at me mugging Bougie. It's just something so charming about that, but holy smokes. This was not a direction I expected 17 to take with this. Wow. First of all, the MV? The fact that it wasn't even an MV, it was a performance video? I think that was so cool. I mean, 17 choreo is always really cool to watch. They do some of the hardest choreo, I think, in amongst the boy groups. Both in that it looks really hard, like really cool hard, but also like really hard to pull off. And I think 17 have always been known to have a really hard choreo in both meanings of the word. And I'm really, I don't know if glad is the right word, but I'm really happy to see that their choreo was able to be fully appreciated through an MV and not just through like dance practices and stuff like that, because that whole choreo sequence, especially with I always find it really cool when like this part with scoops or S down coops, but like seeing the center performer like use the background dancers as part of their environment, I always find really cool. Like with Stray Kids' Thunder Sorikun, you have the people who are front and center at the end of the choruses like riding on each other's backs, and I always find that really cool when the artists physically interact with their dancers like that. Something about it is just so visually satisfying for me. And the fact that we got so much choreo, but it all worked together. It's not like, okay, so you have a group of background dancers doing choreo and then the 17 members doing one choreo. They're all woven in together, whether it's the background dancers actually assisting in the 17, like accentuating the 17's members' dance moves, or if they're providing like the background environment for the 17 dancers and members. It feels like everything's all working together regardless of just how expansive the numbers feel. Like, where's a good shot of it? There's a scene where there's like what looks like 100 people on screen. Like, just look at the lighting isn't great, but just look at the sheer amount of numbers there are here. And sure, admittedly, the people on like the wings and the back are just there to provide kind of like an environment for the main dancers and the 17 members to dance in front of. But still, that is a lot of people coming together to make this project work, and it really does. Damn. I will say this though, I myself am not the biggest fan of the anti-drop. I understand why it happens, and I understand the kind of like musical concept behind an anti-drop. This chorus is meant to be like the killing part of the song by dropping the anti-chorus, or dropping the first chorus with an anti-drop and then having a big ol' release of energy later on. It's just holding off on the energy that's built up from the verse and the pre-chorus to a later point. It's like when you say you take a bottle of like carbonated drink and you shake it up and then you open it without doing anything. It just kind of bubbles and fizzes over the top and then down the side of the bottle. But if you shake it up, put your thumb over the end of the bottle, and you open the cap, you put your thumb on the end of the bottle, it's going to spray out a lot harder. That's kind of the concept of an anti-drop, is you're holding back the pressure as long as you can so that when it does release, it just feels that much harder. And this first chorus really does that. If I can find it, is the problem now. Someone's parts of this must be close. it could have come back there, but it doesn't. Hold it off for another 4 bars. And this is where the full release of the energy comes from. And I think that's really clever. I'm still not the biggest fan of the anti-drop. This isn't my favorite chorus the 17 have done, but it does hit really hard. Much like the rest of the song, that drop hits really hard because of it. Okay, I see you, 17. I see you. This will be an experience. I typically don't listen to a lot of 17 B-sides because I found them in a time where I was very much a title track merchant, where I just kind of listened to the title tracks and then maybe like one or two of the more popular B-sides. It's kind of been my adventure with 17. I just never really delved into the discography properly. So I'm very much looking forward to the rest of the album because it'll be my first proper foray into them as a group. Having the channel and doing the whole K-reaction things kind of really helped me come out of my shell with a lot of other groups. I'm really excited to jump into 17 because I know they've got unit stuff as well, which has always been intriguing for me. But that's it for me today. Thank you all for watching. If you're looking forward to the album listen, keep your eyes peeled for that. It'll be on the channel probably in about 5 minutes. So if you're interested in that, I will see you over there. If not, this is where your adventure ends with me today. One last request from me. Spread a little bit of extra love and happiness out into the world, whether simple actions like checking in with your friends and family, picking up a piece of trash on the street, holding the door open for somebody, whatever it may be. Let's just work together to spread a little bit of extra love and happiness out into the world today. And if you ever feel like you're ever going through something, whatever maybe, whatever severity it might be, let it be known that whoever you are, wherever you are, even though I'm just some random guy on the internet, I will always be a friend, an ally, a shoulder to lean on whenever you need me. So, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.